Hello and Menglaba, I'm Henry Zin. Welcome to Myanmar Today, and here's where we take a look at what's happening in Myanmar. Today we have reports from our reporters Williamson on Daewoo Bus Myanmar introducing its first Made-in-Myanmar automobiles. Loom got the story on the Asia Foundation releasing Myanmar Business Environment Index 2019. Thora Swizin will give us the detailed report on the much-anticipated TV show Myanmar Idol Season 4. And last but not least, Akacho has the story on CSOs urging government to prioritize renewable energy. Before we get to the reports, let's have a quick look at the latest local news from around Myanmar. Deputy Speaker of the Pitu Luto, U Thun Thun Hein, received Norwegian Ambassador to Myanmar, Tone Tennes, at his office in Luto Building in Naypyidaw on Wednesday. During their meeting, the leaders openly exchanged views and discussed matters on collaborating on economic, democratic transformation and peace process in Myanmar, providing assistance for Luto's development, sharing experiences of electoral system and conserving the environment. Union Minister for Information Dr. Phay Min led a delegation to attend the 16th Asia Media Summit in Siem Reap, Cambodia, and attended the opening ceremony on Wednesday. The three-day summit, held under the topic of media digitization focusing on developing markets, was organized by the Cambodian Ministry of Information in collaboration with the Asia Pacific Institute for Broadcasting Development AIBD. Cambodian Prime Minister Samdech Hun delivered the opening speech, and in his speech, he said the Industrial Revolution 4.0 is encouraging the media market to digitize, which promotes opportunities for closer cooperation but increases the threat from fake news and cybercrimes at the same time. The summit is held from 12th to the 14th of June with 600 media representatives from 42 countries, including AIBD President Fayaz Sharia, participating in the discussions. Chairman of Anti-Corruption Commission U Aung Chi received Ambassador of Australia to Myanmar Andrea Faulkner at his office in Naypyidaw on Wednesday. During their meeting, the leaders discussed the Commission's works, including establishing corruption prevention units in 18 union ministries, providing educational programs to promote integrity of students in basic and middle school, organizing a Youth Integrity Camp 2019 held earlier this month in Naypyidaw, and drafting the law on whistleblower protection. And that's all with the local news. You're still with me on Myanmar Radio's Myanmar Today, and I believe it's time now to take a look at our first report. Daewoo Bus Myanmar, a Korean firm, opened its 8th company in Myanmar in 2017, and Myanmar is the 8th country worldwide with Daewoo Automobile Company. After 2 years of its establishment in Myanmar, Daewoo Bus Myanmar has finally introduced its made-in-Myanmar products in Tao Chen Township on Tuesday. The firm aims to produce around 500 vehicles in a year, and these vehicles will be sold in both domestic and international markets. Our reporter Williamson has the story.
Daewoo is a business group from South Korea, which is the first South Korean automobiles company, and this is also one of the leading automobile companies in Asia for over 60 years. This company produces around 15,000 vehicles in a year, and it has several branches in 7 nations across the world. Daewoo has its branches in China, Costa Rica, Vietnam, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, and Taiwan. Myanmar is the 8th country in the world where Daewoo has established its automobile company. Daewoo Bus Myanmar was first established in March of 2017 in Thao Chen, with the area of 14 acres land rented by the government. Introducing its first Made-in-Myanmar bus was held on 11th of June 2019 at its compound in Thao Chen, and the event was attended by U Koko Luin, the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Industry, U Cho Aung, the managing director of Daewoo Bus Myanmar, the officials from Daewoo Bus Myanmar, and the invited media personnel to witness the first ever hand products of Daewoo Bus Myanmar. For now, the company has started its production of Daewoo Bus BS106 and Leicester minibus, and the company aims to produce around 500 vehicles in a year approximately. The company will also soon open its service center across the country in major cities such as Thaichung, Mandalay, and Naypyidaw. The company has already gained permission to make BS106 city bus and Leicester minibus, and then this product will be sold in domestic market. At the same time, it will also be exported to the international market, mostly within Asian countries.
international မှာဒါ SKD တွေ CKD အတွေ့အကြုံများစွာရှိထားတဲ့ကုမ္ပဏီဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်ဒါကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီသူတို့ရဲ့ international standard နဲ့ညီတဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့စက်ရုံနဲ့ဒါကျွန်တော်တို့ကဒါသူတို့ရဲ့ instruction
As Daewoo company is a company with rich SKD and CKD experience in international market, the company here in Myanmar is also built at international standard as it is instructed. Therefore, the vehicle made in the company will have the same quality with vehicle made in South Korea, as the process of production is done in the same way as it is in South Korea. The bus we make is not like the normal passenger bus. These buses we make here are labor-intensive buses, as the main workforce we use is human workforce. Therefore, for the full capacity of the company, we will hire around 250 workers in this company. Therefore, we also hope to bring job opportunity in the country as well. To encourage domestic car production, the government will grant tax exemption to the company for a few years, and the cost of vehicle will be lower than the same vehicle which is imported from abroad. MIC has granted 3 years tax exemption for SKD or semi-knockdown companies and 5 years tax exemption for those companies within the area of industrial zone. But for the regular company, MIC grants 3 years tax exemption. After completion of tax exemption period, the regular tax will be collected from the company, whether SKD or CKD. But the domestic products will be more affordable than imported CBU or completely built-up products. According to the auto policy of the government must grant tax exemption for some years to show their support of domestic production.
ကျွန်တော်တို့နိုင်ငံအနေနဲ့လည်းဒါမျိုးလေးတွေကိုတတ်ဒီ green zone ပေါ့ green area တခုသတ်မှတ်ပြီးတော့လုပ်သွားမယ်ဆိုရင်ကျွန်တော်တို့ရေရှည်မှာကျွန်တော်တို့ effect ဖြစ်ပါဥပမာ
If we have a green zone in our country, that will be a very important and effective step for us in long-term process for the city like Mandalay, where the use of motorbikes is very high and the emission of CO2 is very high. So if we can provide electric motorbike in the city like this, it will have a fruitful result. In Yangon, if we can replace taxi and bus with electric bus and taxi, we can reduce carbon dioxide as well. But the government is still in the process of starting this plan. We have to do it step by step. We will first do a pilot study on replacing with electric vehicles, which will be imported from Hungary. We hope to have this pilot study of electric vehicles carried out within this year. This is Hun Linsan reporting for MI Radio.
That's a report on Daewoo Bus Myanmar introducing its first Made-in-Myanmar automobiles. We'll be taking a look at the stock and currency exchange rates in Yangon in a while, but let's check on weather updates now in the 3 major cities in Myanmar. In Yangon, plenty of clouds, a couple of showers and thunderstorms at 31 degrees Celsius, but it feels like 37 degrees Celsius. Highest temperature is expected to be 31 degrees Celsius, but we're looking at the lowest temperature of 26. In Naypyidaw, heavy thunderstorms in the PM at 31 degrees Celsius, but it feels like 36 degrees Celsius. Highest temperature is expected to be 31 degrees Celsius, and we're looking at the lowest temperature of 23 degrees Celsius. In Mandalay, showers and thunderstorms in the city at 31 degrees Celsius, but it feels like 38 degrees Celsius. Highest temperature is expected to be 32 degrees Celsius, and we're looking at the lowest temperature of 26 degrees Celsius. Before we move on to stocks and currency exchange rates, let's take a look at the second report for today. The report, with the title Myanmar Business Environment Index 2019, was released by the Asia Foundation in Myanmar. The report launching ceremony took place at Chatriam Hotel, Yangon, on Tuesday. The Asia Foundation said the main objective was to further improve Myanmar's business environment. Loom has the story.
Hi there, this is your messenger Loom, greeting from my radio. Now I've got a story about the Asia Foundation releasing Myanmar Business Environment Index 2019. To better understand the local business environment, the Asia Foundation released the Myanmar Business Environment Index 2019 on June 11. The launching ceremony took place at the Chatriam Hotel Yangon. Diana Fernandez, Deputy Country Representative of the Asia Foundation in Myanmar, explained the main objective of releasing Myanmar Business Environment Index 2019.
So on behalf of the Asia Foundation, I would really like to thank all of you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to join us here today. As many of you already know, the Asia Foundation first established its office in Myanmar in the late 1950s, and we reopened in 2013. And our focus since opening in 2013 has been on the areas of good governance that we think are quite pressing. And one of the areas of governance that's been particularly of interest to us is economic governance. So this MBEI launch is part of a set of economic tools, research tools that we're using to try to better support economic development and governance in the country. The goal of MBEI is to promote inclusive and sustainable growth within Myanmar's private sector. The model that's going to be discussed today has been used in several other countries, including Cambodia, Vietnam, and Sri Lanka, all countries where the Asia Foundation also works. And we're really excited to be able to add Myanmar now to the list.
Following the ceremony, Noor Muktakapoor, Deputy Director General of Ministry of Commerce, Myanmar Trade Promotion Organization, expressed that MBEI will be a tool for identifying the reform priority and opportunities for growth.
I believe that this Myanmar Business Environment Index will be a tool for identifying the reforms, priorities, and opportunities for growth.
Peter J. Primble, Senior Technical Advisor in charge of Private Sector Development, the NAT Facility, UK8, told with my radio. MBEI is a very important project funded by UK8.
Yes, my name is Peter Brimble, and I'm the Senior Technical Advisor in charge of Private Sector Development at the Dana Facility. Yes, this is a very important project funded by UK8 and the Dana Facility to understand better the business environment in all of Myanmar states and regions. So the Business Environment Index measures governance and other issues at the states and regions of Myanmar to support policymakers to improve the business environments there.
Lim Mau Mau, Trade Competitiveness and Investment Lead, the NAT Facility UK8, further explained one of the findings of the book, saying that MBEI explained access to information and transparency in the government levels should be prioritized.
ဟုတ်ကဲ့ကျွန်တော်နာမည်ကတော့ဦးလင်းမောင်မောင်ဖြစ်ပါတယ်ကျွန်တော် Dana Facility မှာတာဝန်ထမ်းဆောင်နေပါတယ်ကျွန်တော်တာဝန်တွေကတော့ဒီ trade တို့ investment တို့ပြီးရင်ကျွန်တော်တို့မြန်မာစီးပွားရေးဝန်းကျင်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒါကိုပိုကောင်းလာအောင်ဆောင်ရွက်ပေးဖို့တာဝန်ရှိပါတယ်ဟုတ်ကဲ့ဒီထက်မှာတော့ဒီမူဝါဒပိုင်းကျွန်တော်တို့အကြံပြုချက်တွေတော့ပါတယ်ပေါ့နော်ဒီမှာတွေ့ရှိတဲ့အထက်ကလည်းအကြံပြုတာတွေပါမယ်အဲ့ဒီထက်အရေးကြီးဆုံးတစ်ချက်ကိုပြပါဆိုရင်တော့ ကျွန်တော်တို့ကဒီဟိုပါပေါ့နော်သတင်းအချက်လက်တွေရယူနိုင်မှုအားနည်းတဲ့အပိုင်းလေးပေါ့နော်ဒီ transparency ပိုင်းအဲ့ဒါလေးကိုတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ကပို့ပြီးတော့အားကောင်းအောင်လုပ်ရမယ်ထင်ပါတယ်နောက်တစ်မျိုးပြောမယ်ဆိုလဲ access to information ပေါ့သတင်းချက်လက်ရရှိနိုင်မှုပေါ့နော်ဥပမာပြောရမယ်ဆိုကျွန်တော်တို့ကဒီဌာနဆိုင်ရာတွေသွားတဲ့ချိန်မှာသူတို့အသေးဆုံးဖြစ်တဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ကဒီ registration fee လို့အမျိုးမှတ်ပုံတင်အတွက်ကုန်ကျစရိတ်ကဘယ်လောက်ရှိမယ်ဘယ်နည်းကြာမယ်ပေါ့နော်ဒီ process လေးကိုရှင်းလင်းပေးတဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ကအချက်လေးတောင်မှလွယ်လွယ်ကူသိရှိလို့မရဘူးပေါ့နော်ဒီတက်ပို့ပြီးအကျယ်ချဲ့ပြီးပြောမယ်ဆိုကျွန်တော်တို့ကဒီတိုင်းနဲ့ပြည်မှာလုပ်တဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့က budget တွေပေါ့နော် budget တွေကဘယ်လိုရတယ်ဘယ်နေရာမှာသုံးနေရဲဆိုတာမျိုးတွေပေါ့နော်ပြီးရင်ကျွန်တော်တို့ကယင်းနှမြုံနှံမှုနဲ့ဆိုရလေးပြီးဘယ်နေရာတွေမှာသုံးဆွဲဖို့ရှိတယ်ပေါ့နော်ဘယ်လို project တွေလုပ်တယ်ဆိုလုပ်မယ်ဆိုတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့က information လေးတွေပေါ့အဲ့လိုအချက်လက်ပေါင်းများစွာပေါ့နော်သတင်းချက်လက်တွေကကျွန်တော်တို့ကစီးပွားရေးလုပ်ငန်းလုပ်တဲ့လူတွေအနေနဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ကသိရှိရဖို့သိရှိနိုင်တဲ့အခွင့်အလမ်းအားနည်းနေတယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့လေးကိုတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ကဒီအဓိကထားပြောချင်ပါတယ်ခင်ဗျ
DMBEI reflects the views of private enterprises across Myanmar based on a nationwide survey of 4,874 businesses in the services and manufacturing sectors. Alright, that's all I have for now. Goodbye, until next story, I am yours, Loom.
That's a report on the Asia Foundation releasing Myanmar Business Environment Index 2019. All right, let's now take a quick look at the currency rates from Myanmar's central bank. $1 is at 1,532 kyats. 1 Chinese renminbi is at 221 kyats. 1 euro is at 1,737 kyats. 1 pound sterling is at 1,952 kyats. 1 Singapore dollar is at 1,123 kyats. 1 Malaysian ringgit is at 368 kyats. 1 Thai baht is at 48 kyats and the Indian rupee is at 22 kyats. Gold is trading at $1,337. Silver is at $14 and Brent crude oil is at $60. On the Yangon Stock Exchange, FMI is at 11,500. MTSH is at 3,300. MCB is down 100 at 7,800. FPB is down 500 at 24,000. TMH is down 50 at 3,050. And that's all on currency rates and Yangon Stock Exchange for today. This is Myanmar Today, broadcasting live from Myanmar International Radio. You can visit our website at miradio.com.mm and listen to our radio programs live on the website. Great music, great shows, keeping you entertained. And if you're on FM, catch us on 96.1 FM in Yangon, 96.5 in Mandalay, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. Or better yet, download MI Radio app on both iOS and Android devices, so MI Radio is with you wherever you go. Moving on to third report, Myanmar Idol is going to run its season 4 soon. The audition and mobile casting will start in mid-June, so it's pretty much this period, and the program is expected to be broadcast in September, and the contest will include new judges. DJ Henry Zin has the story.
Hello guys, this is your reporter DJ Zin reporting from MI Radio. Now I'm informing you that one of the most famous singing contests in Myanmar, Myanmar Idol, is coming back for its 4th season. It will be more exciting this year with new presentation styles and with new judges. The audition will start in the middle of June and the registration forms can be submitted now. According to Uaum Show winning executive producer, they will hold the auditioning in 5 main cities and 10 small cities for all the talented ones all around the country.
မြန်မာတနိုင်ငံလုံးမှာရှိရတာတွေကိုကျွန်တော်တို့မျိုးကြီး9မျိုးပြီးရင်မျိုးငယ်နောက်တဲ့10မျိုးစုစုပေါင်း15မျိုးပေါ့နော်15မျိုးကိုကျွန်တော်တို့ရအောင်ဖြန့်ချက်ထားပါတယ်ပထမအောင်ဆုံး season 1 မှာတော့ပြိုင်ပွဲဝင်ဦးရေဟာ8000ကျော်တော့လာပြိုင်ပါတယ် season 2 မှာတော့ပြိုင်ပွဲဦးရေ
There were over 8,000 registrations for season 1. In season 2, the number of initial contestants increased to about 14,000. Last year in season 3, there were over 20,000 participants, so we are expecting to be more contestants in season 4. After passing the audition, the respective competition rounds and grand final, the only one winner will be selected.
သူငွေကတော့ကျွန်တော်ကဒီနှစ်မှာ3500ပါပြီးရင် solo album လေးကျွန်တော်တို့ထုတ်ပေးပါ
The winner will be rewarded with 500 lakhs and will get a chance to produce a solo album distributed by Moon Myanmar Media. This year there will be total 3 judges who are Tinsamo, who was also the judge of season 2 and 3, and the writer Angolad and Pipu Jodin as new judges.
အဓိကတော့ focus ဖြစ်ပြီးလုံးမှာတော့ဒီမြန်မာ idol season 4မှာလာပြိုင်ကြမဲ့ talent လေးတွေရဲ့သူတို့ရဲ့အရေးသွေးကိုတော့ဖြစ်ပြီးအဓိက focus လုံးမှာပါဖြစ်ပြီးတော့အကောင်းဆုံးသမားအကျဆုံးနဲ့တကယ်ကိုအနုပညာအရေးသွေးကိုပဲအကဲဖြတ်ပြီးတော့ရွေးချယ်သွားဖို့အတွက်ကိုလည်းဖြစ်ပြီးတိုင်ပင်ဆုံး
All the judges will focus on the talents of the contestants and we have decided to be fair judgment. We have the responsibility to choose the top 10 finalists and then the audience will choose their favorites from these finalists. So we will carefully correct their mistakes and support their strengths.
ဒီတိုင်းအောင်မြင်ခြင်းလို့ကြော်ကြားခြင်းလို့ဆိုရဲစိတ်မျိုးထက်ပေါ့နော်တကယ်ပဲတခြင်းတွေကိုချစ်တဲ့စိတ်ဂီတကိုချစ်တဲ့စိတ်ဒီဂီတလောကထဲမှာဆက်ပြီးတော့နေပြီးတော့ရက်တည်ပြီးတော့ဒီတခြင်းတွေကိုဆက်လုပ်သွားခြင်းနဲ့စိတ်အမှုပညာကိုချစ်တဲ့စိတ်ကလေးနဲ့တော့လာခဲ့ကြပါလို့ဖြစ်ပြီးပါမြင်
Rather than being famous or earning money, I want to invite who are fond of music and who will continue making the music even after the competition. Composer Myanmar also advised the contestants to respect the original composer and singer of the songs being chosen to sing in the competition. The winners of Season 1 were Sola Trowa, Season 2 was Tange, and Season 3 was Pyomya. They all are now famous in music industry in Myanmar. The Season 3 winner Pyomya also shared that.
The top 11 မှာပါခဲ့မှာလဲဒီ Goran တစ်ကက်သမားတွေပဲပြိုင်တဲ့အခါမျိုးမှာကျတော့လေကျွန်တော်တို့အဝယ်စားအခက်အခဲရှိမယ်လမ်းစိတ်ပါညာဒီအခက်အခဲတော့ရှိမယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ငကိုကတော့အားငယ်တတ်တယ်ကိုပိန်ငယ်တယ်ပေါ့နော်တစ်ခုခုဆိုကိုအရင်အားငယ်စိတ်ရှိ
I had many difficulties when participating in the contest, such as financial for transportation and clothing. However, after being the winner, I have changed a lot. I became more confident in myself. Donna alongside executive project director shared her future goal for Myanmar Idol.
မှာ request လုပ်မှာပါဒါဒီမှာပြိုင်လို့ရတယ်ဒါအဖွဲ့၄ဘွဲ့ပြိုင်ရပြီးတော့ထွက်လာတဲ့ winner ၄ယောက်ရှိတယ်ပြိုင်ခွင့်ရမယ်ဆိုတော့ Fremantle မှာတကယ်ကို America မှာလုပ်နေတဲ့ပွဲကိုရှင်ပြိုင်မှုအတွက်ကိုဘာမှ request လုပ်မှာပါဒါအမရဲ့ဆန္ဒတစ်ခုပေါ့နော်ဒါသူတို့တွေလက်ခံနိုင်တဲ့အနေအထားတစ်ခုရှိဆိုကိုကလေးက international ကိုရောက်သွားမှာပေါ့နော်အဲ့လိုမျိုးလဲရန်အိမ်မက်
After this competition we will have 4 winners from 4 seasons. I want to request the American Idol to let them compete. This is what I hope for the winners to be in international competition. They are expecting Myanmar Idol to broadcast in September on every Friday and to hold the grand final at the end of December. That's all for my report about Myanmar Idol Season 4. This is your reporter Daewoo Bus from MI Radio.
That's a report on the much-anticipated TV show, Myanmar Idol Season 4. Well, don't go anywhere just yet because we still got one last report for you from our reporter, Agajo. About 164 representatives of CSOs from across Myanmar gathered to discuss the pressing energy issue at Myanmar CSOs Energy Forum in Yangon. The CSOs and the energy experts addressed the issues impacting the community and the environment while implementing the plan to electrify the country. Agajo has the story.
In late May, Pidu Ludo discussed the plan to 100% electrify the entire country by 2030. To implement the master plan, Ludo proposed a plan to generate electricity of 32% from hydropower, 33% from coal, and 20% from natural gas, 9% from renewable energy, and 6% from massive hydropower. The CSOs and the energy experts expressed concern over the environmental impacts of the hydroelectric and coal-fired power. Ko Ji-pyo from Mekong Energy and Ecology Network said,
နောက်တစ်ခုပိုပြီးစိတ်ဝင်စားဖို့ကောင်းတာမြန်မာပြည် energy mix မှာပေါ့နော်နောက်ထပ်အရန်အားကောင်းတဲ့အခြေအနေကကျွန်တော်တို့ gas ပေါ့နော်တဘာတန်ငွေကဟိုကျွန်တော်တို့ပြီးခဲ့တဲ့2နှစ်3နှစ်အတွင်းမှာအခုဆိုရာခိုင်နှုန်း30ကျော်ကြီးတက်လာဆိုတော့အဲ့ဒီဟာကကျွန်တော်တို့ဟို base load အတွက်ပေါ့နော် base load အတွက်ကျွန်တော်တို့အဲ့ဒီအခုလက်ရှိဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ရေအားနဲ့ gas ကအဓိကဖြစ်နေတာပေါ့နော်ဒါပေမဲ့နွေရာသီမှာရေတအားနည်းသွားတဲ့ခါကျတော့ ခုနကကျွန်တော်တို့ solar ကိုအားကောင်းကောင်းနဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ megawatt 4-500လောက်ထိတင်လိုက်မယ်ဆိုတော့အခုရေတိုအတွက်ပေါ့နော်ရေတိုအတွက်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဖြစ်နေတဲ့ပြဿနာတွေကတော့
Over the past summer, we had frequent power outage and power shortage as we rely heavily on the hydropower. Very hot summer dries up the water for the hydropower generation, so we should focus on generating power from renewable energy, like solar power. Now we can see the growing use of solar power in the country, and it's important to be aware of the other strong points of the solar power, not just for electricity. Another interesting source from the energy mix for the country is natural gas power over the recent years, leading to the 30% increase in the proportion of gas in the mix. Ludo Representative Wu Tin-Maung Win of 2nd Constituency asked in Ludo whether the Ministry of Electricity and Energy gives priority to use of coal to generate electricity as part of efforts to achieve nationwide electrification project by 2030. Go Ibra Juju from Myanmar CSO Energy Forum said.
တနေ့မှာ365ရက်မှာရက်300လောက်ကနေအောင်ကြီးရနေတယ်အဲ့ဒါဆိုရင်ဒီ solar တွေကိုကျွန်တော်တို့ဘာလို့သုံးလို့မရမှာလဲပေါ့နော်အဲ့အတွက်ကိုလည်းနီးပညာ solar ကအရင်နှစ်တွေတုန်းကဈေးရမ်းကြီးတယ်ဟိုစင်ခေါ်မှုတွေရမ်းများတယ်ပေါ့နော်ဒါပေမဲ့ဒီနှစ်ကာလထဲမှာ American မှာရောတရုတ်တွေမှာရောအိန္ဒိယမှာရော solar နဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့မှနီးပညာတွေအများမြင့်လာတဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်ဈေးသက်သာလာတယ်အဲ့ဒါတွေကိုကျွန်တော်တို့သုံးလို့ရတယ်နောက်တစ်ခုကဒီနေအောင်ကြီးစွမ်းရည်နဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့မှကျွန်တော်တို့ရက်စစ်မလုံလောက်ဘူးဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီရရက်စစ်အသေးလေးတွေနဲ့တွဲသုံးလို့မရဘူးလား biomass နဲ့တွဲသုံးလို့မရဘူးလားဆိုတဲ့ဟာလေးတွေကျွန်တော်ပါလာပါတယ်ပေါ့နော်နောက်ထပ်ရွေးချယ်စရာတစ်ခုကကျွန်တော်တို့နိုင်ငံမှာအခုလက်ရှိက megawatt 3400ပေါ့နော်3400ကဒါ peak အနေနဲ့သုံးနေတာရှိတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့အထက်မှာဟိုလီလွတ်နေတဲ့ဟာတွေရှိရပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒါတွေကဒီစက်ပစ္စည်းတွေကကျွန်တော်တို့
When it comes to solar power, the industrial zone spend hundreds of millions of just for diesel to run the facility. So when those factories use the solar power instead of diesel, they save millions of money. And in Myanmar, people in tropical areas usually receive the sunlight for about 300 days for 365 days a year. So why can't we generate the power from solar source? Yes, it is true that cost and challenges for solar energy generation used to be high, but these days China, India and United States are developing solar technology, and we've seen great improvements and drop in the expenses. According to Ministry of Electricity and Energy, it is estimated that Myanmar is expected to consume about 4,531 megawatts of electricity in 2020-2021. Currently, the annual total electricity production is 3,189 megawatts, with 1,342 megawatts still required. Electricity consumption in Yangon region alone is expected to reach 1,700 megawatts this year. So far, only 1/3 of the country's 54 million population is connected to the national grid. This is Agajo reporting for Myanmar International Radio.
Right, that's all the reports we have for today. Well, just before we say goodbye, let's explore a little more around the world to see if there's anything strange or interesting happening in the world. A startup is offering baffled new parents some help with one of their most important decisions, naming the baby. Future Perfect, a startup founded by two moms who met on a playground and bonded over their children's unique names, is offering packages starting at $100 to help new parents choose what to call their children. The $100, the Riff package includes a 15-minute name-storming session via phone, while the $350, the Works package, features a 15-minute consultation that leads to a list of 10 suggested first names and 10 suggested middle names for the baby. The website promises, quote-unquote, unlike the subject opinion friends and family members might give you, our advice will be neutral, unbiased, and tailored to your needs. Tens of thousands of flamingos flock to Mumbai between September and April to feed. But this year, there are almost 3 times more than the normal amount in the city, about 120,000. The reason for the influx is currently a mystery, but some scientists believe that pollution in the bird's natural habitat might be one factor at play. As The Guardian reports, one of the best places to see large flocks of flamingos in Mumbai is near a water treatment plant alongside the city's Thane Creek. Now, an increase in sewage output and industrial runoff into the creek is thought by some to be fueling an uptick in the blue-green algae that the birds feed on. Rao Kott, Assistant Director of the Bombay Natural History Society, and his team aren't convinced quite yet that sewage output and the industrial runoff is why the flamingo population has spiked this year, but they welcome the attention the flamingos of Mumbai are getting right now. Whatever the reason may be for the flamingos to flock to different habitats to feed, we all gotta watch our actions that's polluting the earth and damaging animals' natural habitats. Time for a bit of self-reflection, I suppose. Well, that's all with the news and reports on Myanmar Today. You can leave your comments and messages on our Facebook posts and catch Myanmar Today on radio at these hours: 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m., 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m., and from 7:30 to 8 in the evening, Monday to Friday. Thank you for being with us on MI Radio's Myanmar Today. I am Henry Zin. We'll be right back tomorrow at the same time. Have a great day.